He's going to quickly turn his head, and then she's going to kiss his good lips. You know, the ones on his neck.
Hi, this is David Wain, and I'm here with Ken Marino, and we're going to tell you a story about a pitch that was too hot for Hollywood. We had just done the movie Role Models, and it got a lot of attention, so we were able to get meetings at all the studios in California, LA, Hollywood, to pitch what our next movie should be.
We had worked on this idea for 4 months, 6 months.
There's this guy, main character, Mark Davis, and he lives in New York City. He's like, street smart guy. He knows all the avenues in New York. He knows all the moves.
New York is pretty much the other character in this story.
So anyway, the one thing about Mark is he's got bad lips, okay? It's not that there's anything super specifically wrong with them, but he does not have really good lips.
Right, he's got bad lips.
So at this point in the pitch, the studio woman, she stopped us.
People sometimes stop you to ask a little question about something that they didn't quite understand.
She was like,
what's the deal with this guy? Can you tell us more?
Whether it's story-wise or character-wise, beyond the fact that he has bad lips.
What else is there other than him having bad lips?
The thing is that Mark, our hero, the main character, he wanted to be a ladies' man.
Right.
He wants to meet a woman, you see? And so he does meet a woman. Her name is Justine Bilson Fentright.
At the beginning of this relationship, when he's trying to really impress her, he's doing everything he can to kind of avoid showing his bad lips.
All the tricks in the book.
Like doing everything to obscure them.
Yeah. Sometimes you're like this on a blind date, or on a date, and you're just like, I love swordfish. How about you?
Again, they're not malformed or terrible. You see somebody and you say, wow, they have really good lips. For Mark, it was like the opposite.
He's got bad lips.
He had bad lips.
So now Mark is worried. Like, what happens when he and Justine Bilson Fentright finally do kiss, which he does hope is going to happen. And then the whole relationship is going to go up in flames. That's the tension. It's a race against time. This is a ticking clock. Like, what's he going to do?
What is he going to do? That's a ticking. Now the clock's ticking.
And then so now our hero decides he's going to go to a plastic surgeon.
Right, but a kind of a shady guy, kind of a shady plastic surgeon.
Like he gets paid in cash, that kind of guy.
Right, maybe like a Steve Buscemi type.
So anyway, Mark pays the doctor guy and to give him good lips. And then Buscemi pulls some good lips off a recently deceased corpse, if you can believe it, and attaches them to the left side of Mark's neck.
Mark is about to kiss Justine Bilson Fentright, but he'll wait till she closes her eyes, because usually when you kiss somebody, you close your eyes.
A woman often does.
Yeah. He's going to quickly turn his head, and then she's going to kiss his good lips. The ones on his neck.
And then there's the whole tension, like, is she going to find out? Is she not going to find out?
Because you can't hide your bad lips forever with someone that you love, and that's sort of the theme.
The executive, she stopped us again. They're just not in the market for the one that we're pitching. And they're like, but we have role models and we want to be in business with you guys, blah, blah, blah.
We had several other ideas in our back pocket. We were ready to go.
You always have to have a backup. So we pitched this other idea that we had.
Right, which was a completely different kind of movie. It was a different genre.
Yeah, in fact, this is a period piece, and it was set in the time right before the American Revolution.
It's a young George Washington, just as they first are settling in Virginia.
He turns around, and then you see in close-up in camera, George Washington, bad lips.
George freaking Washington has bad lips. Can you imagine?
It's like rewriting history.
For this part, because sometimes they want you to think of actors. We were thinking like Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt, we know, has very good lips.
He's got great lips.
We know that the wizards who do all the prosthetics and the CGI, you got to assume they can do their magic, and then all of a sudden, bingo bango, there's Brad Pitt. But this one that you see on screen has got bad lips.
I mean, you can see the poster, right? Why is he covering his mouth? Where do I buy a ticket?
Why does Brad Pitt have bad lips? I need to see this movie. I'm buying a ticket now.
The poster in China could be different than the poster in Brazil.
And George has secretly, as a gift to Martha, he snuck out one time and went to this shady 1700s type doctor.
Right, Buscemi type.
And then he got some lips, good lips, put on the side of his neck. Right there, the studio had stopped us in the pitch again.
They did stop us.
She's like, guys, listen, we're big fans. We'd love to hear anything you have. We just particularly interested in hearing something that's not about the main character having bad lips.
And that was the curveball we were not expecting.
Throwing curveballs like that, we realized in retrospect, that's how someone becomes head of the studio.
So we walked out that day without a deal, but I think we learned a lot about how studios just aren't in the market for New York stories or period pieces.
But the good part is that we ended up being able to tell the story here on Pitchin' Impossible, and we couldn't be more thrilled.
We're so thrilled.